And here we are, back again for the final match of the day, and what a day it has been so far. I would say we have witnessed 3 matches that would be deserving of the, attribute of banger. Hopefully this 4th one is able to live up to it. It is going to be in between a Cashback and a W.
Yeah, the biggest question here, Gihan, is if W is going to be able to tiki-taka and pim-pam, like Alex would say, all over Cashback. That's the big question. And if Alex and Liberty are still going to be lovers after this match, right?
That little bromance that you keep referring to, it might turn into, cold-blooded rivalry.
I could see Alex, just shed a tear as he has to put Liberty down in one of these rounds. Like, I'm sorry, my love. It's for the best.
For the best of my team, that is. But yeah, Cashback coming in here. In their own right, they are an extremely strong team. So far, the only team in the tournament to not drop around. Or not in the tournament as well, I guess. Event in the OLS.
Now W, Kihan. We know Cashback is a very, very strong team. They are performing. They're always really up there. W key. Can they bring it? There's no better team to finally prove yourself a bit than Cashback, though. Huh? Taking on Cashback would be a statement.
Indeed. Cashback so far, or before the day, held a spot number 1 in the OLS. Now, community predictions, actually, I would have expected it to be a bit more brutal, but actually 79% for Cashback, 21% for W, so quite some respect for the players on the team of W. But yeah, Cashback is no doubt in most people's mind the favorite here. And for W, it is yet another opportunity to prove themselves. Maybe this is the one where they actually do.
Second-hand mold.
Recycling going on. Can't fault him for, being green there. But yeah, Cashback coming into this one with a double mouse, a 277, 705A, Leopard, quite unsurprising. They like bringing that, and the EBR and RHM, we've seen that from them as well.
Yeah, specialist tanks, right, across the board. W in return, though, triple to 68v4, double Bliskovica, a 60p, and an RHM. This lineup does work, IMO, against EBR, RHM, Leo, Giant.
Yeah, because the thing that we spoke about, aggression from the start in towards the faces of the Cashback lineup with a lot of tanks with cohesion, is something that can break those specialist tanks. We'll see. Little now in the game, and the EBR is starting to clear the east of the field here. Might even go and fancy himself a bit of an information tower as Itox and Click continuously getting reset in those 268v4s from the outside, from the D1 position. There's a 277 sitting there continuously shooting, and that 277 has 340 heat pen that is not being lost over distance.
Can W actually do something with this? Because right now, Key, they're not really achieving too much. I mean, Frugo wants to join the cap, and it just seems like the tanks from W are just getting shot from angles. Another 277, I think, even found a shot on towards Itox from D1. Klurf is getting plain, so he has to run away. And what has W actually achieved? I mean, look at them. They're surrounded.
Indeed, they have achieved that a push in towards any direction should net them immediate aggression by the enemy team. Now I think W is starting to realize this, wanting to push out, and they are indeed abandoning the eastern part of the map. And what's there? Double mouse and 705A, those might be out of the fight. So W, I mean, they're super far down in HP, and that is the biggest problem for them right now. But as soon as they're able to get safe from those super heavies in the city, this might actually not be too bad for them. Is if they can somehow manage to not lose too much HP on the approach here against the tanks that are entrenched on the 1-2.
They need to just go for it at this point. Miku, Itox, Click, they're all trying to get into this fight, but they're missing a lot of shots. Can Klurf actually nail Lil? Can he find the shot? No, he misses. Would have been huge to find that kill on the EBR. Doesn't get it though now. Ice set being chased down. Itox in the open though, dropped low already, but Squeezy also dropped low. Itox trying to survive here. He needs a friend though. Oh, the bounce from Squeezy actually on the side of that 268 V4. Bit rough there from him. Frugal getting tracked, getting held. Now they need somebody to finish this 277. It's going to be Gotcha Baby to come in. HP is really bad though, Kihan. Like really, it's a disaster. Klurf now falling against Little, actually. Missing into dying, Kihan. The worst possible outcome for him.
Yeah, indeed. A Little from a 0 at the start to hero in the north for his team. Sorry, in the south, actually, in the EBR, as Liberty is playing once again. His trade, playing beautiful games in the RHM Panzerwagen, as he is doing right now, playing 1 versus 3. Does get spotted here now, though, but this game, I mean, we almost wrote it off here as Coyote puts another one in towards Tarksik. Tarksik looking for the shot, but does only get the bounce against the 705A. Gotcha Baby falling as well, and all of a sudden, W, they do have 2,200 HP and not a whole lot else, as Coyote playing it beautifully against Tarksik.
Yeah, Liberty even escaping on that light, and yeah, W didn't really have much. And if Klurf kills... If Klurf finds the kill on that EBR, who knows? Like, honestly, who knows? I know that's like a bit of copium, but they would have some layer of crossfire of themselves with Liberty pinned in A4 like this. Yeah, it was a hard push. Ooh, Liberty gets spotted out. He will probably fall against Click. Yes, Click finds the kill. Rare mistake. But the cap getting started in return. Cashback, round number 1. Do not sweat dealing with this pressure.
No, and keep in mind, they had an EBR that wasn't really able to do what it was supposed to at the start of the game. So even with that problem, they're able to take the round rather comfortably. I mean, struggling to close it out a little bit because they keep getting reset in the cap. But I think now Twilight and Coyote are going to tuck themselves nicely in towards safe positions. Just wait for the inevitable arrival of Itox and Click to kill them and end the game here.
And the game is what they're going for. And for Cashback, Kihan, it was really clean though, even with Little not being there in the beginning. Like, they just take full map control. They really did not sweat. They did the one thing which is amazing for them, and they never got lured close. You know, there was no given point during this battle where they were like, let's close the distance. Let's be close to these TDs. No, they stayed far away. They controlled all the angles, left and right. They're like, meh, I don't want to go close in my mouse. You know, my mouse is sniper tank now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't stay like this.
Indeed.
We had them already.
They were peaking, so
They're bleeding.
lots of HP for nothing,
For nothing.
right?
And we have people like Gihand.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I wasn't playing in this game, and someone like Siege Master also wasn't. But the fact remains, Cashback, after now 4 games in the OLS, still reigns undefeated. So absolutely stellar gameplay coming out from this mostly Ukrainian team. So
What is it? Being surrounded from every angle? Yeah, that's pretty weird.
yeah.
Into the game though, Key. Let's EBR's back again for Cashback.
And it's standing there again. This time it's Aka though.
They just replaced the mouse with a 277. The rest is the same. And for W, they have double batch at Gihand now.
All right, W, they have a clear plan here as well. They are sending a lot of people through the 4 line. That is basically all of their TDs.
It's the Great Migration. On the plains of Ghost Town, you see the TD migration moving through.
And now you indeed see the double bat chat in its home turf, and they're starting to clip out onto Squeezy, who's on fire, and not in a good way, as you would say. Liberty and Iset trying to profit off of this, but this bat chat onslaught here just does continue, and the 277 just falls without really much in return. Yes, the bat chats take a bit of damage, but that is a very good opening. Click has to burn through his rep kit, but it should be available soon again.
They're not
and
stopping.
through all of this, Cashback still have more HP though.
Whoa,
and
Darks?
Tarksik against E3, aye, that is not an engagement you would like.
Darks? What? Aka's AFK still.
Yeah, Aka is still AFK. That being said though, the EBR not the most HP and actually not the most DPM. So right now that is not the most important tank.
If they lose
He
against
keeps
6
passively
players,
spotting.
dude. I mean, Gotcha Baby and Miku are just YOLOing through now. Miku needs to be careful. His HP is not very high. I said is going to fall in the Leo. They will pick him up rather quickly. But oh, by God, who knows what Itox and Turks were thinking in this battle. Pushing in that way is, I don't know, like they could still lose this Kihan. They're in danger of losing a game where they were playing 7v5 almost.
Yeah, let's see here. Frugo, I mean, he doesn't have the ability. This means that Coyote should be able to pick it up with one shot here. And Cashback, they do have 9,000 HP, still 8k right now, as Click is coming in with the 2684.
So
but
lucky
yeah,
they
the
have bad shots. Coyote just getting deleted between the bad shots. But I don't know, Key. I'm a bit disappointed still.
Yeah, I mean, this was basically handed to them by, you know, the fact that the EBR is AFK here still. And I mean, props to them for, you know, focusing on the tanks that are actually in the battle. Now, finally, Miku does put the EBR out of his misery. But yeah, Barbarian here, trying to pad the stats a little bit, I guess. But yeah, I mean, how did W get close
because
to losing this?
Tarks and I think Itox were on an adventure. A real adventure. Even Dora the Explorer wouldn't explore into those areas that they went.
No, that was a dark place, Simba. I mean, obviously, those double bat chats do net themselves a nice amount of damage, and here, got you, baby. Oh, wow. Keeps padding his DPG, 7.8. That is nothing to be scuffed at. I think so far that's the high score in the OLS. But yeah, we have to doubt what Tarksik was doing there.
I'm intrigued at how they almost lost against 5 players, dude. There's only 5 players in the battle because they relatively killed the 277 for free. And they were losing. They were losing, dude. And that's really scary. As Cashback only had very little and almost made everything work with how little they had.
A positive or a negative thing is anyone's guess. But let's hop into round number 3. Cashback against W. Cashback once again looking to be up in the match, doing so with a so far subject to change a Rheinmetall double E5 1705A, the mouse, an IS7 and the 60TP.
W on the other hand, Bat, AX, Blitzkowitz ×2, double 268v4 and an RHM. Again, this pushy lineup, Keyhand.
Klurf, though, with the good spot on towards Twilight and Barbarian, and the informational tower getting taken by the V4 of Click that ends up getting spotted, but gets the point of information regardless, as Barbarian takes a big one to the face from the TDs driving onto the cap.
Barbarian taking some Darks, Flugo, and Itox now arriving. That seems like they actually want to take this fight. The X is coming now as well. Itox leading the charge in that 268v4. Again, going for this push down on HP. They need to be able to focus out the Barbarian. Can they do it? Flugo needs to nail the shot. He does. Important first kill. Itox continues the charge, gets tracked, gets held. Flugo will be shielding his inner track. But now, W, is this again a little bit too much, Gian? Are they going too far? They're starting to get crossfired again. Tarks not having a good time either. I feel like they need to pull back, Gian.
Indeed, it is like the Dwarves of Moria. Have they dug too deep? Have they dwelled too far? And yes, I do think they have found a little Balrog here. Are they able to fight their way out of that situation, though? They might be. They still have 7 tanks up and available, and they still have the Group Inspire by Gotcha Baby that's going to keep their DPM up there. Click! Coming up, coming over, ramming Twilight down towards one shot. Miku there with the Batchat to clean it up. As he does little, the next one on the conveyor belt is going to get sent towards the processing into the garage, as well as Little is able to retaliate with a single kill. But Miku aiming, and it's going to be Frugo to pick up Little.
Yeah, now this overwhelming amount of guns just focusing out one by one of the Cashback players. Similar story to what we saw from Mafia, and able to use those TDs, use that HP that reduced damage to their advantage. Find Barbarian and find Iset as well in the 705A, and find match point even, Keyhand.
Match point indeed for W. That did look very shaky, but I guess the team logo, the team motto as well, as soon as they find an engagement, they do not stop pressing that key. A strike does go down there, I think, on towards Miko. Yes, that was the one from the RHM in the back lines, but indeed W have found an opening. It looked a little dicey at times, but the first round in this match where W look absolutely commanding, and Cashback are now, they will need 2 rounds in a row to, you know, stay on top of things here and stay on top of the league.
You know, extremely sad for Gotcha Baby. This must be heartbreak, you know.
Well,
Top
he's
damage.
not letting that disturb his gameplay.
You know, you're gaming, but you're crying at the same time, Kihan.
I mean, is he gonna be crying? Who knows? But yeah, once again, Gotcha Baby in the Centex on Muro on a top damage. So he's just very much able to make those Inspire mediums work for himself. But bear in there, only a singular shot of damage, the one to get focused out at the start by those Assault TDs here, all of them with Juggernaut active. Those are such annoying targets to shoot, and even if you hit Pen, you reward yourself with comparably little damage. So yeah, not the best of results for him, but I think it was honestly it was a W's thing here to take, and they did. They, you know, Cashback gave them, you know, a hand, and W just ended up taking the arm.
If it was Liberty's hand, Gotcha Baby would grab that hand, his whole arm, his body across. Listen, if he was part of the Titanic, he would literally be Jack and Liberty would be Rose. He would put him on that door, Kihan. It looks like Klurf keeping his plane to reset the second strike. He uses this now, the plane, I think, on the 277. So he does get the spot. Can he get the reset as well? Might have to shoot HE. He does get the reset, Kian. That's very important. 15 seconds left. They're going to be forced close here. As I said, it will not be taking it in time. And now they realize, well, it's do or die for Cashback. 6 seconds left. Liberty is going to be the one to peak. He misses the HE. 4 seconds left. I don't think they're making it. Oh, finally, though, the reset from behind. I think the mouse saving it in the slight amount of time left. Now the 1 second left again. The Strider actually making it, resetting the same guy, Kihan. Finally, it is going to be the reset on towards Frugo, and now the fight erupts. So can Cashback hold on, or is he going to be W? Cashback seems to be doing really good damage, though. They have established some nice crossfire on towards these TDs.
Yeah, the TD is now having to back off, and Itox currently, Juggernaut not active, is taking a lot of damage. Gotcha Baby probably closer to the enemy than he wants to be, as Click getting focused out by Little now. The Batchat starting to engage against the Mouse. He's going to play a ring around the Rosie. He's going to start engaging against Little here. This is just skirmishes everywhere, but the first kill has gone Cashback's way, and their tanks are so healthy, Darky.
Their tanks are extremely healthy. I think W may have put a little bit too many eggs in the same basket, Kihan, hoping for that cap to go through, sitting there for what seemed an eternity, but it was only 2 seconds before they would have capped. But then, though, Cashback got all the guns in position, and then the TDs on the cap are like, well, where do we go? We can't go anywhere. We're getting blasted into the next dimension, and Cashback hold on, hold strong in round number 2 on Murovanka.
Indeed, hold on, hold strong, keep their calm and keep their nerves. They're going to force a tiebreaker, and W, they are going to be unhappy. That was like 2 seconds off. It was 1 second off on the cap, then you need to go to 100 and an additional second to lock in that cap. So 2 seconds were what separated W from taking match victory here, at least in regular time. It is now going to be tiebreaker, but once again, it feels like the momentum is on Cashback's side, because 10.5k HP remaining. That's a lot of hit points that W would have needed to go through, but they never got the chance.
Could they have sat a little bit safer on the cap?
At least considering how W has been playing so far, I think that is very likely to happen. But obviously Cashback has seen how W has played, and that was extremely aggressive, sometimes bordering on YOLOing, and even in a match, as a really good team, you can adjust to what your opponent is doing. Cashback, in my opinion, is one of those really great teams that can do that. But this is where the mind games start. W will be like, all right, we've done this like 3 or 4 out of the 4 rounds we've played. Maybe it's time to switch it up and surprise Cashback by switching up styles. Because I think both of those teams are very capable of playing aggressive, but also very capable of sometimes, you know, taking a slower approach just to let the opponent do their mistakes. Let's see. He does put the plane. How many does he get? All right, so he is missing the information on the Foch B and the V4. He does crucially get the Mouses and triple V4 as well. So W, because none of their tanks get spotted, they probably know that Cashback is playing something very aggressive, very in your face.
Cashback is actually the one going straight for the cap. Miku going towards the ID strike, ideal for the side of W. Klurf already going for the strike as well, and they have 1v4 taking the info point. As long as they react quickly here, they could be fine, but they have to be very quick, Johan, because these E3s may have the ability, but they're going to get surrounded in about 15 seconds from now.
And look at the one mouse of Cashback. Twilight there already taking 2.8k. No real retaliation coming out. And yes, Cap has been touched by the team of Cashback, but currently it's not a big issue. And now the March of the Elephants starting. Iced, Liberty, and Squeezy. Those 3 2684s starting to engage against Toxic, but that Ducky is a hold down E3.
Hold on E3, but I think the real goal here for the side of Cashback is to find some angles on towards Miku, on towards Click. But Click seems to be in a really dominant hold on position there. You can see him in the middle of your screen behind the doors on the left in some pretty strong hold on, and Cashback now starting to drop in that HP. They're a little bit surrounded, and the light tank of Klurf even retaking through the south together with the EX will put Iced in a situation where he doesn't want to be. But here comes Little though in the first B. He's going for Click in that E3. They want to find him. I told you that he was going to be the target at some point, and he does seem like now they've decided to pull the trigger on him. But can they actually blow him up? Little is clipping somewhere else. He's actually clipping Frugo. He's actually killing Frugo as well. And Cashback, who seem to be surrounded, are now all of a sudden making this work. Miku does find Iced, but Click is deleted and Miku is surrounded. That is not what we wanted to see from the team captain of W, to die in that situation.
Yeah, now, however, Barbarian getting picked up, equalizing the number of guns. Once again, this means W is ahead in the HP department, and they have these E3s here that have a lot of HP and also a lot of DPM. Come to think of it, Miku now, he has the one shot beside him. Twilight getting picked up by Itox, throws in a shell from downtown. Coyote, all of a sudden, a possible 2-shot for those E3s here, drops down towards 427. Squeezy with the bounce coming out, and Itox is saying, yo bro, I got you, as he shuts down Coyote. W seem to be doing here in round number 5.
They call me the prediction master, Kihan, as W is cleaning up. Seemed to get a little bit close there, but well and truly ahead. Little finds got you, baby, but he is going to be the last one standing. And in the last matchup of the day, W will be taking their first win in the Onslaught Legends series, as they will be taking a 3-2 victory over Cashback. And Kihan, I hope you have your wallet ready, because you know what that means.
Congratulations for good predictions, but holy moly, what a day. What a day. 4 matches, 3 of them tiebreakers. We just saw W beating Cashback, and I have to say, every single match today was an absolute banger to watch. Like, and what this means for the season as well, right? First of all, we're soon going to see the damage numbers that are, those are going to be interesting. What's going to be even more interesting, though, are going to be the standings after one day, particularly in the top half of the board. So first of all, Barbarian, I guess, bouncing up and down the scoreboard in the damage, this time ending up on the bottom again. But I think opening-wise here, the strats, or strat for strat, W had a super good counter to what Cashback was doing, because Cashback was doing that triple cap strategy, and the opening that W was playing immediately netted them information tower plus double RT strike.
I feel like this hesitation in the south may have costed them a little bit. Maybe if they all went with Iced and pulled up into the middle, deleted Click, for example, they had something to play from. Not sure. They were kind of committed to making an aggressive play. Maybe if they could have gotten the E3 out, the Mouses would have been more useful as well, because they'd be able to shoot the tanks over peaking from the side of W. Who knows? But in this way, W really needed this win. It's really good for them.